Welcome to my old house. I'm sitting on top of a toilet that's broken. Let me show you.
See that crack? That's not good. This is an old toilet. I've never heard of Toto, but this is a Toto toilet with a big crack right here in the tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this toilet in the garbage. I got a brand new Kohler toilet in the truck I'm going to install. Okay, the first thing we got to do is we got to disconnect the toilet from the floor. And there's a little cap right here. I'll zoom in so you can see it. We got to pry that cap off with a screwdriver, figure out what sized socket we're going to need to get this sucker out, because it's going to be a nut here as soon as I get the cap off. Sometimes they're a pain in the butt. I don't know how this one went on, so I definitely don't know how it's going to come off. There's probably somebody out there watching saying, "Oh, this guy is such an amateur." There we go. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I am an amateur. There's a reason that I'm not very good at this. It's because I'm not a plumber. But, yeah, I do what I can do. So we take our ratchet and we pull this sucker off. Now we got to do the other side. Okay, now the next thing we have to do is disconnect the water line. I've already turned the valve off down here. It's very off. This should just unscrew if you just give a little muscle. Now if it doesn't, you got to put some kind of pipe wrench or vice grips on it or something. That's how I do it. This one came off pretty easy, which is good. Okay, now the toilet should be completely disconnected and we should be able to just lift it right up. But it'll probably stick, it'll probably give us some grief, so I'm going to put the camera on the tripod and let you watch me struggle for a bit. Alright, let's yank it out. Got it! Broke the rest of the bowl in half, but it's out. So all we got to do is take out the pieces. That was really stuck to the floor, huh? Yeah, that tank rather, is ready to just fall apart. Might be some water coming out of the bottom of this. Ooh, and that's fun. Got a fun wax ring to show you in a minute. Let me get this toilet out of here. Now as you can see here, we're left with a hole in the ground with a bunch of gooky shit all over the place. This is part of what used to be the wax ring for the toilet. We're going to put a new wax ring in because, well, obviously we can't reuse this one. Basically what a wax ring is, you put it on the bottom of your toilet, and I'll show you this in a little bit. When you put the toilet in the seat, it just kind of squishes out and seals everything. It's basically a gasket for the toilet. But let's start with the wax ring. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this scraper. Yeah, it's a little big and obnoxious, but it's what I have handy. I'm just going to pull all this gunk out of here. Just kind of go around this with the wax ring and yeah, see? Comes out pretty easy, really. Got a little bucket of crap I'm putting over here, just kind of a garbage pail sort of thing. And you don't have to make this perfect. You don't have to get all the old wax ring off, and yeah, it's gross, I'm picking it up with my hands, but I don't care. You just have to kind of get the old stuff off. Definitely does not have to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. That should be good enough for the wax ring. Now I'm going to go ahead and scrape off the silicone with this razor blade. I'm going to go ahead and clean this all up with like a mop, proper cleaning all around here, and then we're going to go ahead and put the toilet together, so let's check that out. Okay, I've put together my toilet and I'm going to leave it here in the dining room. No, I won't leave it in the dining room. I'll put it in the bathroom where it belongs. Kohler toilet, I put it together. I didn't video it because I did it with Blanca and she's camera shy. She's right over here. She won't let anybody see her. But we need to do one other thing first before we install this toilet, and we need to put in the wax ring. Now let me show you. I'm going to flip this over and zoom in so you can have a better look. Alright, here is our wax ring. Now remember that mystery piece of plastic that I was looking at before? It was part of the old wax ring. Stupid me, kind of forgot about that. So we got a new wax ring with a new little piece of plastic thing here, and it's covered with this, I don't know, kind of people-proof plastic, like everything's shrink wrapped in now. Just tear it right off. Okay, so this guy right here, it's going to go right here. It's sticky, see? Very sticky. So we just put it right here. Kind of get it stuck on there temporarily. We're going to pick the toilet up and set it in place. Alright, let's try this again. Had to do a little modification, had to go to the hardware store. Problem I was having, the bolts kept popping out of the flange on the bottom. I don't know why, but they did. Must have been too small. But you know, that feels seated right there. Take our little rubber pieces here, washer, rubber washer, and the steel washer. Get these attached. Alright. Gonna hook the water up, turn it on, and see what happens. Alright, I got this sucker on here, got the water line connected. Let's go ahead and crank on the water and see what happens. Cross your fingers. Now, double check connections. Yeah, it feels tight. Okay, here we go. Well, that made a fun noise, didn't it? Alright. The water's on. The bowl's filling up. You're getting a little bit of water in the toilet itself. In the bowl. Tank, bowl. I might have screwed up that terminology a couple times. But, water's rusty. Pipes are rusty. To flush it a few times to make it clean. We'll let it fill up, we'll flush it, and check for leaks, and hope for the best. And if it's got leaks, we check our connections and we try again. Hopefully we don't need a wax ring. Usually once I get these suckers down on here right, they don't leak. It's a brand new toilet. Kohler's a good toilet, so that's it for this time. This is how an amateur puts a toilet in. We'll see you next time.